Indonesia is cordially inviting the G20 member countries to strengthen the global health architecture in order to build a world that is more resilient to pandemics and future shocks. The invitation was delivered by the Indonesian Finance Minister Sri Mulyani during the first G20 Finance Ministers and Central Bank Governor meeting on Thursday afternoon, February the 17th. Sri Mulyani also gave her remarks on the importance of building global health system resilience that will require essential health and finance resources mobilization for pandemic prevention, preparedness, and response, or called PPR.
And that's why the G20 Joint Finance and Health Task Force, as mandated by our leaders, is a step forward in developing coordination arrangement between finance and health ministers. This task force provides a platform to explore how to best coordinate our response to future pandemic.
Furthermore, the summit seeks the best possible ways in harmonizing health protocol standards around the world while expanding global manufacturing and knowledge hub for the pandemic PPR. On the other note, the Indonesian Health Minister Budi Gunadisadikin addressed the country's three main proposals for strengthening the global health architecture. And that is to establish a global fund as the world needs enough power and speed when the next pandemic hits, and to create a system that could transfer this fund into emergent access to health necessities. The last priority is to redistribute the global manufacturing and research hub to speed up the distribution around the world.
So if we have, another global manufacturing hub, especially in the southern region, whether in Africa, in Asia, in America, if something happened, then we have another centers for manufacturing and also research. And Indonesia is very committed to establish this global manufacturing hub and research hub, especially in the southern regions.
Moreover, the World Health Organization and the World Bank have prepared the architecture and financing needs for the pandemic PPR and response strategy coordination and emergency cooperation. Financing each of these elements require an investment of $31 billion per year.
First, augmenting the resources of existing institutions, although this would not represent a significant shift from the status quo. Second, consolidating funds from various agencies into a single new entity, which would imply a significant restructuring of global health financing with the risk of further fragmenting the global health architecture. And third, to establish a new dedicated financing facility to be channeled through existing institutions anchored in and directed by WHO's constitutional mandate, inclusive governance and technical expertise.
As Gabriel has highlighted, what's crucial is to build a global health security that is equitable with no one left behind. It must be inclusive with the engagement and ownership of all countries, and it must be multisectoral, where it involves partners from all aspects needed. Rebecca Napitupulu, Dian Merdekawati, for C Today.